Hello and welcome to another Mindful 10 episode. And tonight I want to talk about or show you, for you to discover what stillness can do for you. And actually, I wanted to do this episode yesterday afternoon. But what happened yesterday afternoon, because the weather was amazing and we're here in the Coromandel in a beautiful Houtsit. So I wanted to show you the surrounding in the back and really great. Beautiful weather, sitting outside. But then there was lawn mowing going on everywhere, and one after another. So there was the whole afternoon was lawn mowing all around me. So that was really the irony that I wanted to do a Mindful 10 about stillness and about silence. And there was all this lawn mowing going on. So I'm doing it this evening, and maybe this is also a better time anyway. Because it is really about what stillness can do for you. So, what can it do for you? It can do a lot. Number one, as I could show you already, stillness or silence is something that is not happening that often to us anymore. The music in the supermarkets and the banks and everywhere, wherever we are. There's some countries on this planet where when you're riding on the bus, the music is blasting and really loud. So what I want you to realize is really how important, how precious stillness/silence actually is. So it is something that we are not used to anymore, unfortunately. And I realized this even more because in the last Houtsit, it was really silent. It was very rural. You would hear one or the other cow, and then you would hear a car. And that's why it was even stranger when then on a Saturday night, suddenly one of the neighbors heard loud music. And I mean, the music was okay. It was not about the music. It was just such an interesting difference from the silence to the noise. And then in between those two houses, we visited some friends, and they're living quite close to a motorway. And depending on how the wind comes, you could hear the motorway at night. So it's really interesting how we are not used anymore to really silence and stillness. And the same is here happening. We've got two dogs here to house sit. And one of the dogs is very often quite agitated. He's quite old, and so he's panting and he's running around. So it's not just the stillness, silence as in hearing, that there is no sound. I'm also talking about the stillness of non-movement around us. And I just realized how much I really enjoy the stillness. Stillness as in no sound, dog for instance, and stillness as in no movement around me, so that I can come to rest. So it's almost infectious when I am in that state, that there is mental stillness in the end. And the mental stillness is then kind of almost an effect of the cause of sound stillness, movement stillness, my physical stillness, for the mind to settle down, to then come to mental stillness. So the stillness around you, not just the silence, also the stillness around you contributes immensely to the mental stillness. And when you are able to experience that, you will realize what I mean. And as much as I enjoy listening to the birds, listening to the trees, listening to the sounds of the sea, the waves coming to the shore, and just listening to these natural noises, but having that stillness around can really help you a lot to achieve that mental stillness inside. So you know how they say like outside, like inside. And there are days where a panting, agitated dogs don't bother you at all. And there are days when just one sound can trigger you. You know what I mean, I'm guessing. So just when this happens and you feel that you're getting triggered by the smallest sound, the smallest movement, the smallest word, you just feel that you're getting triggered. What you can do is take yourself out of that game and come into stillness. Whatever tool you're using for that, sound cancelling, headphones, meditating, bathroom, I don't know. We all have different strategies to find stillness. The important factor is to find the stillness, however you can achieve that. And once you know how it feels, once you have realized how you can reach that inner stillness, let's say with the help of outer stillness, you will be able to anchor that feeling and have that inner stillness, whatever is happening around you. So you don't need that outside stillness anymore to experience inner stillness. And this is when you can meditate in the greatest storm. This is when you be kind, loving, patient, all of the virtues within you, regardless of what's happening around you. But we're not used to that anymore, right? Let me know in the comments what your experiences are, because we're not used to that anymore. And you know, like an athlete, like an actor, like in your when you want to have a new skill or in your profession, you need to train for that. You need to train that muscle, that mindfulness muscle. And whether you do it through daily meditation, 5 to 10 minutes a day is enough, but daily meditation would be great. Whether you do it through walking, through, I don't know, stand-up paddling, wherever you find a rhythm and stillness and training that, this is how you can find it. But of course, first, you need to do it. You can read as many books as you want about meditation, about stillness, until you get your down, sit down and meditate. This is all just theory. All the books, all this knowledge, all the wisdom won't help you unless you sit down and do it. And maybe it's just by listening to the stillness. And maybe it's the stillness in between the panting of the dog that you are listening to. Because then you will be able to be listening to the stillness in between your thoughts. How great would that be? Have a wonderful evening in stillness. And I hope to see you soon again. And if you haven't seen, I've got a free workshop next Tuesday to train with me that mindfulness thing, that stillness in between the thoughts. Will I see you there? The link will be somewhere in the comments or whatever. Bye for now. Have a great Saturday.